A few times I'd seen Mother sitting next to the stove, holding her knees and quietly sobbing. When I was a child, I thought she must have burnt a hand or foot in the fire. Of course, I was wrong, but I never found out the reason for her silent tears. On occasion, she wouldn't speak for days or weeks. This was worse than anything else. Her taciturnity brought time to a standstill. It made the future blind. Unable to understand what was going on in her mind, I started trying to help her. I cleaned up the house, washed the dirty dishes, piled up from prior days, and took care of the children. I wanted to give her hope, so that I could see my own future brighten once more. I broke down 1,000 times and shattered into pieces, however, before regaining my resolve. I knew my mother had great hopes for me, but whenever I found a new book, I forgot about the whole world and went into hiding. Mother had 6 children by the age of 34, but whenever she needed one of us, we weren't around. I was just like you. It's the law of nature, so there's no need to feel guilty about it, she told me. But how is that possible? I stroke my belly and tell my unborn child, even if you forget my birthday, even if you neglect me, I'll still love you. It was as if I knew she would take everything from me. My leisure time, my job, my peace and freedom. Everything that a human being needs for happiness. She would steal it all, and I would love her regardless. This coming baby was now utterly controlling me. But let it be so. I want to go to school again through her, study with her, eat ice cream, watch cartoons, go to the circus and sit on the roundabout with her. I want to do things I don't enjoy in order to make her happy. My future dream is the enemy of the present. I know. I'm also aware that my mother often suffered this same condition. Stockholm Syndrome. I've been asking myself for the longest time, why don't intellectual women, or to be more precise, educated women, want to have children of their own? Are they so enlightened, or are they engaged in a psychological war with nature? I don't know. My mind is circling with rhetorical questions. During my childhood and adolescence, my utmost desire was that no one should bother me so that I could finish the book I had started in peace. Adela Johnson, the little-known English writer, was my teacher at Roehampton University, where I studied creative writing. I was the only foreigner in the class, and for that reason my work attracted a lot of attention. Both my missteps in the English language and the world about which I wrote thrilled Adela. Sometimes I felt the other students, most of whom were experienced writers, got offended by Adela's behaviour and became less interested in her classes. After a while, Adela didn't dwell on my mistakes anymore, just jotting a note on the corner of the page so I could return to work on them later. She never stopped highlighting my work, though. The lesson always began with a recital of the best writing, and often it was mine. She didn't attempt to hide her love and passion for Samarkand, and I didn't write about anything but this city.